Let's head back to the UK and the Prime Minister Theresa May's Brexit deal defeat. Our Europe correspondent Samantha Hawley joins us from outside the Houses of Parliament in London. Sam, just because we weren't surprised by this vote, it still doesn't take away the extraordinary significance of it.
Well, absolutely not. I mean, what uncharted waters the UK is now heading into. Theresa May has failed. We thought she would fail. She's failed by 149 votes, plunging this nation into a political crisis. She spoke directly after the vote to the House of Commons, Lisa, and this is what she had to say.
The EU will want to know what use we mean to make of such an extension. And this House will have to answer that question. Does it wish to revoke Article 50? Does it want to hold a second referendum? Or does it want to leave with a deal but not this deal? These are unenviable choices.
Clearly she's losing her voice. She's been having some very late nights. We understand she hasn't been well either. I have asked you this before, Sam, but what happens next?
Anyone, Lisa, that tells you they know what happens next is lying, because the fact is nobody knows what happens next. There are various scenarios. There's a very checkered path ahead. A very uncertain path ahead. You even heard Prime Minister May there mention the dreaded second referendum. Now that, of course, is a possibility that there could be a second vote, that the decision-making is taken out of the hands of the Parliament and put back in the hands of the people of the United Kingdom. An election, of course, that's a possibility. A delay to Brexit, that's a likely outcome. It's almost impossible now, of course, that the UK will leave the European Union on March the 29th as planned. I think the MPs in the House of Commons behind me are largely flabbergasted. No one would have thought that almost 3 years since that crucial vote, that referendum, that the UK would find itself in the position that it is tonight. You would think that Theresa May will face increasing calls for her resignation. But of course she has shown in the past, and no doubt will show again, that she will not go from that position lightly. She'll need to be dragged, I think, kicking and screaming.
Sam Hawley, thanks very much.
Truly amazing.
Well, I mean, she is a leader now whose power has just been taken away bit by bit. How does she even go back to the EU to try and negotiate more of a deal when she's put it all out there? There's not much more she can do to try and convince the EU to give them anything more. So it means we'll have a couple more votes this week, a vote whether the UK crashes out with no deal, and then a vote for a possible delay.
Yeah, and Sam touched on that, and I really think Theresa May's political future at the moment is as shaky as her voice.
She is the walking wounded.
She is.
In all ways.
She's a walking metaphor, Lisa, in that sense.